millions business portfolio. He has worked for companies like Vardhaman Threads, Big Shop Group of Companies, Kumudam Publications, and Jan Lakshmi Financial Services in various positions, which includes top management position as Assistant Vice President. He is a SEBI certified financial educator, SEBI certified research analysis, and C certified investment analysis and portfolio management. He is certified blockchain specialist and certified design thinking specialist. He has served as teaching faculty in various primary business schools, institutes like MIT University of Technology, leadership development, finance for non-financial institutions, chartered accountant faculty of Loco
Dr. Anil Kumar Paul. Behalf of APG Shimla University, heartily welcome Dr. Subramanian for today's speech or the session on entrepreneurship, sustaining entrepreneurship and employment opportunities during COVID-19. Welcome to this platform, and I just would like to share some our AP Gold Shimla University. Before I would request Dr. Subramanian to take the session ahead. AP Gold Shimla University established in the year 2012, and its vision is just of the country, whether it is a foreign student or whether it is a Indian students. And AP Gul Shimla University has students from more than 28 countries, and all these across the states in India, 28 states in India. Students are studying here at AP Gul Shimla University with the different disciplines: management, engineering, or hotel management, sciences, architecture, journalism, and legal studies and research. And in addition to this, we have just started during this session most relevant courses programs in the areas of advanced computing, whether it is artificial intelligence, whether it is fashion designing, or whether it is space planning, or whether it is Internet of Things, because this is the need of the era where we are looking into the 21st century's future. And moreover, we all seen that for the last 4 5 months since March, of the world is locked down, and slowly now unlocking is coming, and all we are introducing ourselves into the new normal situations. And you see that before this pandemic, if you see the industrial requirement and other different types of assignments which were very important for all the students from different disciplines, whether it is sciences, engineering, or management, we have seen different assignments, different placement drives taken by all the educational institutions. And you see that all these were the campus visit over there, and campus placement drives were taken by all the educational institutions. But since March, we have seen a lot of changes in the process of hiring, and all the challenges which are being faced not by the students, by the industry, by the economy of each and every country. And you see, in addition to this, if you have seen that we have been compelled by this pandemic to adopt some new platform, new different types of techniques, and due to that, we have seen a lot of changes which were the need of the course curriculum and designing, and where it is coming to the placement of the students. Then you see that online placement drives were undertaken for last 4 5 months, where the students got the opportunity in the online placement drives by different types of companies. But certainly there is a challenge in the hiring of the students for last 4 to 5 months, and you see the lot of changes which are now required to made in the syllabus, in the curriculum. And specifically, if you see in the management courses, where this university has already introduced some kind of, in one student is completing their first semester or each semester. So before joining to the next semester, the student is allowed to join some internship programs and attached with some industrial fields, attached with some finance or the marketing or the HR as the interest of the student is concerned. So, but however, you see that beside this, the country is now leading to the new era, and new challenges are coming. And in this era, the entrepreneurship, although it has been taken already, the many startups established under the different types of government schemes by the central government, and many startups has come into the existence. But there are a lot of challenges which are there, which we all see, and there is a lot of improvement from the venture capital, venture financing, or might be in the project planning or its feasibility, or you see the challenging in the marketing field. And most of the challenges are in the innovations, innovative and technology, where the technology is changing day by day, and new innovation and new requirement is coming into force. So keeping into all these kinds of things, they, you see the today's topic which Dr. Subramanian has taken, but most relevant now it is coming into force, that without these skills, without these qualities, and without the application of the syllabus curriculum, the university will be facing a lot of challenges. And if we will cope up all these challenges with the application of the technology, with the application of the requirement which is there in the industry or in any kind of organizations, and certainly the students will benefit out of such educations, which is the part of the curriculum now. So I hope in this direction today, Dr. Subramanian ji will speak a lot because he is a will benefit out of this session. So I would request now Dr. Anil Kumar Paul, please take over the session and please hand over to the today's speaker. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. So I request to Dr. M. Subramanian, sir, please continue this session. And over to M. Subramanian, sir. Thank you, sir.
Uh, Thank you. It's my privilege and pleasure to be amongst you today. And my special thanks to Dr. Anil Kumar Pal, who invited me for the session. My sincere appreciations and thanks to the top management of AP Goel University Shimla. They have taken a wonderful initiative. I thank Dr. Kuldeep Kumar, the Dean Academics, for the initiative what he has taken. Thank you. I congratulate all the students for joining this university for doing an employable oriented program as well as entrepreneurship driven program. I thank and I welcome all the participants today. So without much of wasting my time, I'll be stepping into the program. Because we have been given 45 minutes time, I'll be trying to cover whatever it is possible from my side. I assure you that whatever is possible, I'll be covering it up today. Right. I trust I'm audible to all, right? Am I audible to all? Right. I think I should be audible to all. I'm presenting my screen to you. Is my screen visible to you? Dr. Anil, am I audible and is it visible?
Yes, it is visible.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. So I have given the title of this program as the survival of the fittest, the race for career growth post-COVID, what we're going to do. That is the topic or the theme what I thought to share it with you. At this juncture, before I begin, let me also thank my institute, my parent institute management, our Institute of Management Studies in Madurai, for giving an exposure like this. Right. Let me begin with this. Every day morning in Africa, a gazelle wakes up. It knows it must outrun fastest lion or it will be killed. We know that. Typically in the same African forest, the lion wakes up and it knows that it must run faster than the slowest gazelle or it will be starving. So who will win the race? Is it the gazelle or is it the lion? It does not matter whether you are a lion or gazelle. When the sun comes up, you do better running. No other go. Right. This was told by Sir Roger Bannister. I love this guy, Roger Bannister, for his thought-provoking books and information. I need to share something about Roger Bannister also today. Roger Bannister was a doctor and as well as an athlete. He is a neurologist as well as an athlete. In 1952-53, he participated in a lot of athletic competition, including Olympic, but he was not able to run a mile less than 4 minutes. He was trying his level best, and many people were trying their level best. Nobody was able to run less than 4 minutes. So everybody tried very hard to crack that knack, but what this gentleman did is quite different. That is what changing or directing our mind where to think. That is more required for entrepreneurs as well as for the employees and aspiring employees like graduates need to know. The direction of our thinking should be quite different and you should be thinking out of box. When everybody was training their thighs, legs, and they were making their body fit to run the longest marathon, a mile, well less than a minute, this gentleman was training differently. In 1954, when he ran the mile less than 4 minutes, that is 3 minutes and 59 seconds, he was astonished and everybody was giving a standing ovation to this gentleman. So everybody was asking what happened, how he did this. He said, everybody was training their legs and they were changing their shoes and they were practicing very hard. But I understood running fast less than 4 minutes, it is not training your legs, it is not about training your thighs, or it is not changing your shoes. We need to train our heart. Heart needs to pump blood faster when we run fast. When it is unable to pump the blood fast, we are collapsing. So keeping this in mind, he was training the heart. As a neurologist, as a physician, he know that he has to train the heart. He trained the heart and he was preparing himself with lesser training that yes, he can do it. When everybody was collapsing on the way, he was able to do the mile less than a minute, less than a 4-minute time. It was so good on his part. I'll tell you, his record was broken within 6 months' time. He showed that we can run for less than 4 minutes a mile. Within a short time, everybody was able to run, and in 6 months' time, many people started running the same thing. So this happened because of changing the direction of thinking. So typically, we'll also be able to make the same kind of thought process, I think. Now the question is survival to sustenance. First, in this pandemic, we have to survive, then we have to sustain. Survival is very important than the sustenance. So first, survival, let us learn the art of survival in this pandemic, and then we'll move to the sustenance part. So more challenging for the entrepreneurs, more challenging for the we have to see how we are going to survive and how we are going to make it. That is what the game here. Right. Now let us understand how we are going to make it to survive. Let us learn the game. How we are going to make it to survive. Is my screen visible?
No, no. I think you need to share the screen again.
I have done that. 1 second. Again, I'll try it. Is it visible now?
Yes, it is visible.
Right. So survival to sustenance is the game we are going to learn. This is a very popular picture what I am showing here. You can see this picture and you can understand what is the challenge into it. A man hanging on a branch of tree which is very weak, and you can see below the two crocodiles waiting to eat him. On the other side there is a lion, and there is someone who is cutting the tree, and we are able to see a snake. That is what the challenge of survival game we have. So as pictorial we have given here, we have many challenges, we have umpteen challenges to be faced, and we have a lot of threats to be faced. We have to survive in this and we have to sustain. Sustenance is a challenge, but before that, survival is the biggest challenge for us. How do we survive and how we can overcome all these challenges? Right. So I'm going to share my experience to you. How do I survive, or how I have trained my client entrepreneurs to survive. I have a lot of entrepreneurs as a client. I'm consulting them and I'm suggesting them how to survive in this pandemic, right? Even there are a lot of young employees They are also wanting how to survive in this particular pandemic time, and post pandemic how to grow up. So the first suggestion is, the first idea is, shift your focus. If you're focusing on something else before the pandemic, and now we have to think a lot and we have to shift our focus, that is the first one. Now the question is, how do I shift my focus? Your life is controlled by what you focus on, as simple as it is. So when you shift your focus, you change your life. Moment you start focusing on only in one direction, unidirection, you will not be able to see the big picture. When you're able to see the multi-direction, when you're able to see 360-degree as like a camera, we all should have a camera kind of view and eye to grasp everything, and we'll be able to manage it. For example, if you are a technopreneur, you're too good in technology, we know that you're outstanding in technology. If you're focusing only on technology, right, in this pandemic, technology alone will not be able to give you a survival. We need to definitely, we have to think about multifaceted, we have to see alternates to grow, right? That is where the shift your focus stands. For example, when I say shift your focus, earlier we were not focusing much on technology. Today we all know that without learning technology you cannot survive in the market. Say for example, even though we are academicians, you need to know about what is artificial intelligence, you need to know about what is big data, you need to know about what is machine learning. Without these words today, it is impossible to run the show. We can't say that we are out of technology. We have to shift our focus. We have to quickly learn. We have to quickly grow. For the growth and development, we need to essentially shift our focus. It is not that I'm focusing on one thing, I'll be doing it. We have to shift our focus. We should be smart enough in doing that. So your life is controlled by what you focus on. Remember this. Entrepreneurs, please think about it. What kind of focus you are there? Change your pattern of business, change your model of business, think out of box. We have to shift our focus now. Number two, focus on skill development. I have seen many people are doing a lot of skill development, upskilling themselves. When it is skill development, I'm talking about upskilling. Everybody has their own skill. Indian government has announced the National Skill Development Corporation is there, NSDC is there, right? Are we upskilling ourselves? It is not just carrying certificate. Certificate does not carry any value at all. With that certificate, you should be able to have the kind of passion and training and that particular focus, then you'll be able to grow. I have done the certification, I got the certificate, university has given the certification, this institute has given the certification, that is not enough at all. But a focused skill development is required. So what is that we are going to do with the skill development? I have to train myself, I have developed my competency, I should be learning a lot, I should be gaining knowledge. All these put together as a package, we should have a skill development. When it's a skill, knowledge, skills, attitude. Knowledge comes out of learning or getting a degree. Skill comes out of experiencing something or getting trained on the hands, on the job training. That only will be able to make it. For knowledge and skill, without a positive attitude towards further learning, keep on learning, will not be able to develop further. Get as much as training on the skills. That is what I was saying. When you get a skill, when you go for a skill, keep on developing in it. I suggest this even for students and faculty. When you go for the e-learning classrooms, why do you stop only with a Zoom lecture or only with your whatever online platform lecture? Why don't you think out of box? In what way we can make the online learning so interactive? People have challenges. I do agree. We have challenges in terms of bandwidth. We have challenges in connectivity. We have challenges in terms of data availability. Yes, all these things are there. Why don't the teachers, the faculty can think out of box? In what way I can make my students visit my class? They should be connected. They should be longing for your session. Yes, I won't attend this session because I'll be able to gain this. Why don't we do that? When you think and get trained on these skills, you'll be able to do it. simply making a presentation and reading the presentation or just talking without a life. Please give life to your presentation. Please bring in life to the classroom. Then the students will be connected with you. That is what I'm saying. Get as much as training on the skills what we acquire now. For teachers and students and learners, for everybody, this is a wonderful opportunity to showcase your skill through consistent training, persistent training, positive training. Train your skills, otherwise you'll not be able to survive in the market. There are two types of skill we talk about in the market. One is called hard skills, another one is called soft skills. The most corrupted word in the market today, I'm very sorry to say in this platform, the soft skills. Every Tom, Dick and Harry talks about soft skills, soft skills, soft skill, but nobody have a big clue about what soft skill is. I'm not here to talk about soft skills, but every university, every institution, everybody in the market, I'm a soft skill trainer, I'm going to train students on soft skills, we offer soft skill course. What is the purpose of it? What is the purpose of it? So number one, let it be a hard skill or soft skill. Are we making a diagnostic test? For the learners, we should be finding what is their expertise, where do they lack, are we able to map it? Today we have artificial intelligence enabled softwares which can map that and give it to you. You don't want to do anything. I can share one of the softwares like the Kraken. Kraken is there. What it is going to do? The Kraken software will identify and ask you questions. What qualification you have, what kind of skill set you have, what you want to become. So when it has the information about you, what certifications, knowledge you have, what you want to become, it will map the skill set required for that particular thing. Say for example, let us take, I want to become a data analyst. Simple. For data analyst, the skill set required are A, B, C, D, E. These 5 skill set are required for data analyst, right? Now it will go to your profile. What is your profile? What is that qualification you have? What is that skill set you have? Then the software will tell you, boss, you need to have A, B, C, D, E. Unfortunately, you have only B. A, C, D, E is not with you. Get trained. Not just training, showcase your skill set through projects and you map with the job market, then you will be able to make it. So can't we use those kind of platform to identify the gaps? We need to do that. So only when we diagnose what is required, we'll be able to make it. All the 60 students sitting in the class are not same. 60 students or 60 universe. They have their own world. They are living in their own world. We understand that they are one universe. No, they have their own aspirations. We have to identify that. Okay, as an institution, it is very difficult to do that. That is why these kind of softwares will help us. Okay, overall, what is the class average? What is their strength? What is their weakness? In what area we have to train them? We'll be able to make it. So let us understand what is this hard skill and soft skill. Accordingly, we'll be able to make it. So I request, let it be for the entrepreneurs or for the employers or for the students, for all the three, we need to diagnose and identify what are all the hard skills required, what are the soft skills required, and we need to fill the gap. It is impossible to bridge the gap just in a 3-year graduation or 2-year post graduation. It needs a consistent effort from the institutional side, student side, the course curriculum, and the experience what we're going to give it. Again, for the entrepreneurs, what kind of business they do, what kind of vision they have, accordingly they have to acquire the skills. So let us now further nosedive into the hard skills and soft skill program. And let me put you here. For example, if you want to get a proficiency in a foreign language, say for example, I would like to learn the Chinese Mandarin. Chinese Mandarin learning is a hard skill. It is not a soft skill, it is a hard skill. But communication is a soft skill. Learning a language is different, communicating is different. Hardly people understand this, because when I learn the language, people think I'll be able to communicate. Communication comes out of common sense. Communication is all about flow of thought. Communication is all about the ability to convince the other side. It is not about learning a foreign language. Learning or proficiency in a language is different. Communication is different. Communication is soft skill, but proficiency in a language is hard skill. Getting a degree or certificate, it is a hard skill. Typing speed, it is a hard skill. Machine operation, I know how to operate this computer machine, it is a hard skill. Computer programming, I know it is a hard skill, but at the same time, communicating effectively, being flexible, adapting to the situation. I will not be like this, because minded, straight trees are cut first. So we need to have a flexible approach. We need to imbibe and we should develop the leadership quality in us. We need to know how to work in a team. Though we have umpteen programs, though we have lot of opportunities, no one really know how to work in a team because of a simple three-letter word called ego. Every human being has ego, edging God out, and that edging God out ego will kill your teamwork. You want to showcase your supremacy. Moment you take up this, your team will never succeed, your leadership will never grow. And further, time management. People take it for granted. Chalo yaar. It is India. We can go 5 minutes late, 10 minutes late. Nobody will question. Sir, on the way I have a traffic jam. Because of this, I am submitting a report tomorrow. Taken for granted. So these are soft skills, these are hard skills. I'm putting forward to the participants what are hard skills and soft skills. So imagine and see through yourself what kind of hard skills you have, what kind of soft skills you have. Minded in job market, career, in business, than your hard skills, soft skills are going to help you a lot. It is not again just attending a program, it is by tuning yourself to the requirement, preparing yourself to the requirement by acquiring all the skills, soft skills, whatever is required for the job profile. I'll simply put forward in this kind. It is quantifiable. Hard skill is quantifiable, maybe fluency in a language. Certifiable, you'll be getting a degree. Definable, I can easily define it. The PowerPoint preparation or Prezi presentation or programming is you'll be able to make it. What about the soft skills? Social skills. Nobody can teach you this. You have to practice it. For example, if I'm pushing you into a new crowd, for example, you are from North India. If I'm pushing you into the South Indian crowd, or if I'm pushing you into the West Indian crowd, or if I'm pushing you into the English crowd, what will you do? Will you be able to gel with them? Don't you have any inhibitions? Will you be able to go and talk to everybody, introduce yourself and talk to everybody? That is about social skills. This is required when you go for business. You should be able to negotiate with the buyers and sellers. You should be able to negotiate with your employees. You should be able to negotiate or discuss with your team members as if you're an employee. Attitude, integrity and confidence we are talking. What is integrity? Integrity is all about integration of words and deeds. That is why it is called integrity. The integration of what you say and what you do. The words and action should match. That is why we call integrity, integration of words and action. See through yourself, how many of us are able to keep up the promise and word? How many of us are able to promise what you can deliver? As like politicians, as like some bakwas fellow, we are able to promise something, empty promises, and we are unable to complete it. So see to that integrity will lead you to the greater heights. Confidence. Confidence is not that for everything rebutting or everything saying no or talking too much. Confidence and conviction is all about you're being firm in your idea, you're being firm in your stand. After knowing that you're ethically right, it is going to be beneficial. Management, planning time, planning your work, managing stress, solving the problems, whatever is coming, anticipate these problems will come and being prepared, proactive. All these are soft skills. And finally, what kind of soft skills a student or entrepreneur can put up in their resume or the profile? You are very patient. I am motivated, self-motivated. I am flexible. I am self-driven. I am an active listener. These are the skills you can put up in your resume, in your profile. I'm sample thing I'm showing it to the students and entrepreneurs. What kind of hard skills? I'm too good in accounting. I'm an engineer. I know banking. I'm a healthcare specialist. I have certifications. All these are hard skills. So we should understand the difference between what are the hard skills and soft skills. That is why I spent some time on these two. How do I survive? Test. and learn so you can use those learnings in your own business. When I say in your own business, entrepreneurs can use in their own business, employees can use in their own department or own function, students test and learn in those learnings. You read through case studies. Case studies are meant for these kind of things. You are testing and learning through case studies when similar kind of situation, or you are preparing yourself to be facing the situation in the future. So case studies are a classical example for the students to learn. Work on your personal branding. I think this many of us are missing. Let it be an entrepreneur or an employee, we are missing on the personal branding. We have a lot of hesitation to brand ourselves. Nothing wrong in branding yourself. Nothing wrong in branding yourself. Personal branding is a must for entrepreneur. Personal branding is a must for an employee. Personal branding is a must for a student also. What is this personal branding? How do I do? I'm just showcasing. You too are a brand minded. Don't forget about it. As an individual, you too are a brand. I, Subramanian, a brand. That's sitting. Anilpal is a brand. Everybody is a brand. Whether you know it or not, whether you like it or not, you are a brand. How do you perceive a brand? For example, if I'm going to tell you brand A and brand B. Brand A is all-time consistent, quality conscious, and it is cost conscious. Brand B, highly inconsistent, not quality conscious. Which brand you will choose? Brand A or brand B? Normally we'll be choosing the brand A because of the brand has consistency. Typically for individuals we have brand. Yes, if I give this work to this gentleman, he will complete it without a reminder. If I share some secret to this individual, he will not let it to others. He will keep himself and he will try to resolve my problem. That is the kind of brand. If I give it to him, he is a very powerful communicator. He'll be able to communicate it with a positive intention. You are a brand. People see you like this. Look at here. Excellent saying by Jeff Bezos, the founder of CEO Amazon. Branding is what people say about you when you are not in the room. It is not praising you in front of you. Mr. Subramanian is too good. He is awesome. He is great. No use in talking in front of you. When you are not in the room, what people talk about you is branding. If there is a challenge, if there is a problem, arey yaar, wo banda sahi hai. We'll use that fellow. He is very good for it. He is known for resolving all these challenges. He is too good in it. That is why I feel branding is what people say about you when you are not in the room. See to that. How do you build the brand? You are the best judge. There are no classes. There are no, I can say, a structured flow for building your brand. It is your perception. It is your way of work. It is your style of work. The keys to brand success are self-definition. How do you define yourself? You are all-time late to meeting. You are a latecomer all time. Nobody will respect you. If you are transparent in it, sharing all the documents with your teammates, boss, this is what I'm planning. This weekend we are going to execute it. Shall we do it? What is your opinion? Are we transparent or are we hiding behind the table? Don't put everything under the carpet. If you start putting everything under the carpet, one time the carpet will push you down. Thirdly, authenticity. When you talk something, it should be authenticate. Don't just like that bluff it. I heard somewhere it is like this. I think it is like this. Don't give that kind of thing. Give an authentic information. How do you build the brand? Self-define. You define yourself. Be punctual. Be transparent. Be authentic. When I say authentic, authenticity is about truthful, fruitful information. And be accountable, responsible. That showcases your brand. If you feel the moment something fails, you put hands up and say, not because of me. It is my team member, Mr. A has not done it, B has not done it. If you say that, you are irresponsible, non-accountable, unaccountable. Take the accountability, take the responsibility, own the decision. Say that, yes, it is my failure, I am unable to do it. How many of us have the guts? The entrepreneurs or the students or the employees, how many of us have the guts to take the accountability and responsibility. So when I say personal branding, imagine these four words: self-define yourself by being punctual, by being ethical, by being treating everybody equal. We don't do that. Because of this, what is happening in teams and offices and organizations? We feel there is a groupism, there is a favoritism, there is a partiality, bias, all these things comes out. Avoid that. Paint a picture that you are equal to everybody. Self-definition. Transparent. Be transparent in whatever you transact. You will not have any fear if you are being transparent. Authentic information. Give the foolproof information. If you are not sure, don't talk about that. If you are sure, yes, you can talk about that. Be accountable, be responsible. These will define your brand, who you are. Entrepreneurs, employees, students, everybody needs that. And finally, I would like to tell about branding. Work until you no longer have to introduce yourself. That's it. Very simple. Very, very simple point. Nobody need to come and introduce he is so and so. People will know by your stature. People will know by your attitude. People will know by your activities. Yes, he is so and so. Work until no longer have to introduce. That's it. I feel about personal branding. So these four qualities, you too are a brand. Branding is what people say about you when you are not in the room. The key brand success are self-definition, transparency, authenticity, and accountability. Work that you no longer need introduction. If these four, if you put together, that is what your personal branding is all about. Find someone to confide in. That is very important. When I say confide in, you need a shoulder to lie on whenever you feel down. We don't find anybody like that in today's life. Because of social media, I may have 5,000 followers and I may have 4,000 friends in Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and everywhere. But how many of us having some shoulder to lie on other than the family member? I'm talking about other than the family member. I'm not talking about father, mother, or wife, or son, or daughter. Other than that, do you have somebody to rely on? Do you have some shoulders to lie on when you are feeling down? Find someone to confide in. It is necessary to keep your sanity in the life. If you keep on only talking and sharing with your family, there is something called outside circle. Let it be in a business, let it be in the office environment, let it be among the students, or there is something outside world is there. They may give you a different perspective to you. It is not the same perspective what you have. We will be sitting inside the problem. The friends and others will be sitting outside the problem. They'll be able to help you sometimes to sort out. So confiding on someone's shoulder, we need it. It is a must. Don't think that you are weak. It is not about your weakness. I feel it is about you are confident to confide on someone's shoulder. That is very important. The problem in the world, that is again an awesome saying by Charles Bukowski. The problem with the world is that the intelligent people are full of doubts, while the stupid ones are with full of confidence. Again, a good saying, I love it. You can't rely on everybody. You can just like that go and believe everybody. You can build confidence on everybody. Again, intelligent people are very, very problematic. They doubt everybody. Why he is saying like this? What is the benefit for him? Right? All time I have a Gujarati friend. I'm not saying Gujaratis are like this. One of my Gujarati friend is there. The Guju asked me, Tamara Mata Suche. Tamara Mata Suche means what is in for me. Moment I say something, Tamara Mata Suche, what is in for me? So it is neither the stupid nor the intelligent. We have to take a very cautious call. That is why I say that be careful who you confide in. We have to be careful. We will not be able to get into confidence of everybody. We should be very careful with whom we have to confide in. So I feel these three will define, find someone in confiding, find some shoulders to lie on whenever you feel stressed, right? Fill your tank. This I feel, fill your tank. When I say fill your tank, I'm not talking about filling our tummy. I'm not talking about filling our stomach. That is not filling your tank. I'm talking about when you feel down, when you feel stressed out. It happens in business. It happens in office environment. It happens to students also. When there is exam, when there are going to be assignments, when there are going to be vivas, students feel stressed. when orders are not completed, we don't get money from customers. Entrepreneurs feel stressed when you don't get increment, when you're not being noticed by top management equally. Employees feel stressed. Everybody has a stress point. Fill your tank with activities. I'm saying tank refers, I'm talking about thinking tank, the think tank inside your head, the think tank what your brain has. That is what I'm talking about. Fill your tank with activities that you love and enjoy. Like what kind of activities you can do. I'm just suggesting. I'm not saying this is the foolproof. I'm just suggesting what you can do. Whenever you feel stressed, whenever you feel down, please practice these things. Family outing and picnic is one of the awesome things. I do this every time. Whenever you feel stressed out, whenever you feel panic, I love to go for family outing. I love to go for a family picnic, which I feel my stress will go down. I'll be feeling relaxed. This is my personal experience. Hang out with friends. Just go out. Because in today's world, we don't have that kind of friends to go and dash out. It is not getting together and having a social drink is not about just about friendship. It is not about only talking about business problems of friendship. We have to live without expectations. I'll tell you, everybody will agree with this. Let it be elderly people or younger people. The friends you had during your school times, the school time friend, the friends you had during your college time, these two friends are without any expectations. Imagine a friend after that, when you go for employment, when you go for business, whatever friend you face, 10 out of 9 will be with expectations. Hardly one can be without expectation. But imagine about school friends and college friends. 10 out of 10 will be without expectation. That is what my experience is. Hang out with friends, nothing wrong on it. Once you go to business, once you go to work environment, there comes some expectation. That is what my experience is. I may be wrong, but you may have a different experience, but I'm sharing my experience. Listening to music, I love to do that. Learning musical instruments. When you feel stressed, when you feel down, I do not know what to do for the next 6 months, don't focus only on that. Start listening music or learn some music instrument, learn some new martial arts. Whatever you feel, you do that. Fill your tank with activities. You don't only focus on the problem. You will be stressed out further. Practice gratitude. This one thing we totally forget. This generation is totally out of it. Practice gratitude. When I say practice gratitude, being thankful. Being thankful is practicing gratitude. Let us understand. The more grateful I am, the more beauty I see. If I'm not being thankful, I don't see the beauty in me. If somebody gives you hand when you are climbing up a stairs, say thank you to them. Nothing wrong in it. If somebody wishes you in the morning, repeat that. Yes, good morning. How are you? Nothing wrong in it. I have seen when I don't want to name anybody. When someone greets me, I say, I recognize, I reciprocate. Good morning. How are you? With a smile. There are bosses I have seen. Moment they say good morning. As if they are boss and they are employees, they walk and they will not even open the mouth. They will not even carry a smile. Being grateful, nothing wrong in it. Nobody is so great. Let us be grateful. The practice of gratitude, number 1, notice. Number 2, savor. Number 3, express. We have to express it. I'm thankful to you. Because of you, I'm here. Let us be thankful. Practice of gratitude is very much essential. If you're not thanking, if you're not showing your gratitude at that moment when you got the help, no use. Being thankful lifetime, yes, it is useful. Now the next part I'm gradually going, okay, I learned how to survive. All these are survival guidance. How to survive, being thankful in stressful time, or learning about fill your tanking is all a survival guide. How do I sustain and grow further? Okay, I have survived now. I have to think about the growth now. How am I going to grow it now? I feel the best is the 7 habits of highly effective people given by Stephen Covey is the best answer for it. How to sustain and grow. I recommend everybody to read this book. An awesome book which has 7 effective habits of the highly effective people. Stephen Covey is an awesome book. I recommend every library should have it, every student should have it. irrespective of discipline. You even be a medicine student, you be an engineering student, you be a mass communication student, you be a student of management, commerce, whatever you are. 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey is much essential. I'll not read the entire textbook to you, but I'll showcase what are the 7 habits he recommends. That is very good for you. Habit number one, be proactive. Take responsibility for life. Being proactive is the first habit, what he says. Before something comes, let us be proactive. Think about it. Let us take some precautionary steps. How to be proactive? For example, if today there is going to be rain, carry a raincoat with you, carry an umbrella with you, be proactive, nothing wrong. These are small proactiveness. If you know that there is going to be a snowfall, how you have to protect yourself, you should be proactive in it. I'm talking about daily walk of life. Why don't we practice the same thing in your business? As an entrepreneur, when you know that there is going to be huge rains in the next quarter, if you want to buy some raw material, why don't you order it in advance? Why do you wait till the next month when it rains? Transportation will be very difficult and delivery will be difficult. So instead of it, can't we plan it ahead? Same thing. It is pandemic now. How can we be proactive as an individual? For individual employees, are you able to survive without salary? That is the first test. The wealth of an individual is measured by not how much property they have. It is measured by how many days they are able to survive without salary. 3 months, 6 months, without salary I'm able to survive. That shows your financial discipline. That shows your financial growth. That shows your financial sustenance. Being proactive. I recommend now for the entrepreneurs and employees, all time, at least for the next 3 months to 6 months, have a cash flow with you, preserve it. We do not know what kind of pandemic will come, how we are going to survive. For sustenance, the cash flow is important. At least a 3 months working expense for a family, for a company, you should preserve it. Otherwise, it is very difficult to survive. That is what being proactive. Number two, begin with the end in the mind. It is not that a road does not have a destination. A road should have a destination. If you board this bus, it will reach you there. If you board this flight, it will take you there. So we should have an end in the mind and work. It is not that, okay, it will go wherever it is. It is not like that. We should have an end. This is what I want. This is what the result I need. I will work accordingly. That is what the kind of, what I can say, mindset we should have. Define your mission and goals in life, and we have to work towards that. We do not know how many of us will be able to achieve it. What kind of hurdles are going to come in between. Put first things first. It is about prioritizing. Are we able to prioritize? When I say today I have 10 o'clock this program, I will not prioritize anything beyond this today. 10 to 11, 11:30, I have this program. When something comes in between, I'll say, sorry boss, I have this particular work, I have to prioritize it. So we should learn prioritizing. It's all about time management. Think win-win. In any negotiation, any conversation, don't think that we should defeat the other side. It is not the good manners. We should think win-win. Both the sides should have a satisfactory negotiation. The other side also should feel, yes, we have got the enough information. You should also have, yes, we have got the enough business into it. It is win-win. It is not win-lose or lose-win. It will never work. Imagine you are losing and somebody is winning. How do you feel? You will feel so much painful. The same thing the other fellow will feel. You won and he lost. Instead, both of side win. It is not a cricket match, right? At the end of the day, it is India wins or Australia wins. Somebody has to win. That is cricket match. But life, it is not about winning against somebody. It is both sides should win, right? Seek first to understand than being understood. When we sit for discussion, we feel others should understand you. He never understands me. He never recognizes me. Why do you feel it? Can you understand why he is saying this? Is it possible? Instead of you imagine that he should understand you, why don't you understand him? Your son or daughter comes to you. They say that we want chocolate, we want this or that. Instead, you make them understand, no, oh, you should not take that. Papa's salary is not there. That is very costly. Instead of it, you understand why he needs it. Then you answer it, you will be able to easily convince the other side. Without understanding the other side, if you start convincing the other side, it will not be success. So seek first to understand than being understood. Don't expect the other side to understand you. You first understand the other side. That is very important. Synergy. Working together is synergy. How do, for example, let us take entrepreneurs. In this pandemic time, I have seen entrepreneurs coming together, sharing the orders. We know that getting orders and executing is very difficult in this pandemic time. Can't we come together? For example, I have seen instead of taking two trucks, the entrepreneurs have taken one truck, they are sharing the space and they are sending the products. Cost optimization. Instead of doing some work individually, we can synergize. For example, in universities, if I have, for example, animation viscom department, can't I take some advantage from them to teach my management students and mass communication students how to showcase a presentation? Who can better tell you than the viscom and animation team? They may not be knowing what to say, but they can tell you how to make it. Management people may know what to say, but they do not know how to showcase it. So when you both synergize, you can showcase wonderful things. So we have to see the strength around us and we have to synergize. Synergize is equal to 1 plus 1 is not equal to 2. It is going to be 3 and beyond. 1 plus 1 is not 2, it is beyond 2. That is what synergy is all about. And the last one, he is saying, sharpen the saw. Renew yourself, upskill yourself every day, upskill yourself every year, upskill yourself regularly. These are the 7 habits for sustaining for the entrepreneurs, students, or employees, whomsoever you call. That is what I feel. But I recommend, strongly recommend, please buy this book in your library. Let it be even a session, 5-hour, 10-hour session. I'll tell you how I did in my institution. 7 habits are there. Every week, let us take one. Be proactive. Let us have a panel discussion for proactiveness 1 week. Next week, begin with end in mind. So 7 weeks, 7 program. The 7 habits will be complete. So you can showcase as a program, as well as you'll be able to cover up. You'll be able to give a lot of details. You'll be able to do it. This is how the 7 habits are being made. There are activity 1, 2, and 3. It needs dependence. You are dependent on somebody else. 4, 5, and 6. It is interdependence. You need to have dependence with others and you have to do it. Collaborate and do it. The 7th point is your own. The 7th point is your own independent. This is how the picture is all about. You can see the habits there. You can see the dependency, independency, and interdependency in the circle. So that's it. I thought to share it with you today. I think the time given to me, yeah, I have completed. I'm waiting for your questions. So happy to interact with you all. Questions, please, if there is a question on the session, or else I leave it to the panel there. Over to Dr. Anil.
Okay, thank you, sir. It's a valuable, nice, and fantastic session. We are basically, and I request to participants, you have any query regarding this, you can ask the questions. Okay.
Either you can ask orally or you can in the chat box. Either way.
Participants, you have any query, you can ask.
Or alternately, you can mail me your query if you have anything, because the other speaker is ready. Dr. Rahul Mishra, I welcome you, sir.
So MBA students or BBA, you have any query? Sir is there. If you have any query, you can ask me. Otherwise, you continue for the next speaker. Okay, Charan, you want to ask, huh? Sir. Charan Reddy.
Yeah, please, Charan,
Okay.
unmute yourself. You can ask a question.
Yes, yes. Charan.
Hello.
Yes, yes, Charan. Yes, yes, Charan.
Sir, good morning.
Good morning, Charan.
Sir, do you think that because of the pandemic, so then people who are ready to invest in the market or they are ready to invest in the startups, so there will be huge capital revenue can be obtained or not?
See, this is an opportunity, Charan. I suggest all my entrepreneurs, this is an opportunity because when the market sentiments are low, when you go for investments, you'll be having a lot of welcome and the cost of operations will be very low at this point of time. Optimal, I'll not say low, it is optimal at this point of time. This is one of the right time for investments for entrepreneurs, I feel. There is one more question by Sachin Chauhan there. Which skills are better, soft or hard skills? Sachin Chauhan, I feel that, as I told, than the hard skills, soft skills are very important. I do agree with that. Hard skills are required to build your basic knowledge. Hard skills are required, but sharpen your, I can say, skill sets. You need soft skills. So both are required. I can say 30 to 40% hard skills and 50 to 60 to 70% it is soft skills. A mix of these two will give you. But one alone cannot win. Hard skills are required. How to showcase that? You need soft skills for that.
So any another question? Otherwise, we are going to start a new speaker with new speaker.
The other
I think
speaker
no
is
any
ready.
question.
I'm seeing the anxious face of Dr. Rahul Mishra there, waiting.
Okay, sir.
So I cannot make the other guest so long wait.
Okay, okay. Okay, sir. Because if you have any query, then definitely you can mail to sir. Okay, I will share you. Okay, thank you, Dr. M. Subramanian, sir. And it's a very learning and fantastic session. So thanks once again, Dr. M. Subramanian, sir. So thank you,
Thanks
sir.
a lot. Thank you, everybody, sir. Thank you, Kuldeep,
Okay,
sir, and
thanks.
thank you, the Dean Mass Communication. I'm not able to see the name. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Rahul Mishra, sir. We'll interact after your session. I have another meeting by 11:15. I'm leaving the session now. Thanks a lot. Thank you for inviting
Thank
me.
you, sir. Thank you. Yes, please.
Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
please.